FHA loan, conventional loan, which is right for you. Watch this radio and give me a call when you are done.
Mortgage, 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 mortgage. Everybody wants to know about a mortgage. This is Chris the Mortgage Pro, and people ask me all the time, should I go with an FHA loan or should I go with a conventional loan? What's the difference? I'm going to tell you. Okay, let's begin here. A conventional loan, if you have a large down payment, and by large, I mean 20% or more, is always going to make the most sense if you have that down payment. So let's start with the premise that you don't have a huge down payment. Let's say you're looking at 3 to 5%, something like that, even 10%. Well, it makes a difference how much you put down, but it also makes a difference with what your credit score is. So let's start at the beginning. If you're looking at a 3 or a 5% down conventional loan, if you have a high FICO score, it might make sense to go with a conventional loan. If you have a lower FICO score, I'm talking below 680, it's probably almost an insurance that you're going to save the most money monthly by going with an FHA loan. So we're going to talk about a couple of different options. Watch this. Okay, let's start with a down payment. There are 3% and 5% down conventional loans. FHA always requires a minimum of 3.5%. So if you fall into the conventional loan category, and sometimes people want to buy a condo, but there's a problem. Condo is not FHA approved. You have to go to the conventional side. So let's take a look at a 3% down conventional loan. It could actually be cheaper monthly than an FHA loan. How is that possible? Well, first of all, the rate is higher on a conventional loan than on an FHA. Well, how does that work? Yes, the rates are different, but the mortgage insurance, if you have a high FICO score, could be cheaper on a conventional loan. For an FHA loan, you're looking at a PMI rate of 0.0085. With a low FICO score, you're going to pay higher than that on a conventional. With a high FICO score, you're going to pay lower. And it could make such a significant difference that it makes more sense to go with the conventional loan. Now, here's another distinct advantage of a conventional loan. With a conventional, once you reach a point where you have 20% equity, whether you've paid the house down 20% or the house has appreciated 20%, which you can prove to the lender with an appraisal, we can get rid of the PMI altogether. That's a big deal. On an FHA loan, it's stuck with you. If you're putting 3.5% down, you're going to be paying that for as long as you have the FHA loan, no matter how much equity you have. That's a change that just happened a couple of years ago, but you have to be aware of that. Here's an option with a conventional loan that's just not available with an FHA loan. If you have a high FICO score, because it never makes sense with a low FICO score, but if you have a high FICO